Here we are on the Asana homepage. Now, you don't have to use Asana. I know a lot of other people use software like Trello. They're really similar. You might use one of these already for your work. That's awesome. And if not, I highly recommend you starting one of these for your personal life as well. It has revolutionized mine, and it has been a slow process. I'm not going to lie. I'm not the kind of person that really likes structure. So for me, it did take a little bit of getting used to, but after a few months, it is worth it 100 times over. So you can enter your email here, click start on your free trial. Yes, it is definitely 100% free. After you do this, it's actually going to take you to a page where it's going to ask you to pick your plan. Just make sure you find on there somewhere that says like continue with the basic model for free or whatever, because it does not cost you anything. So do not enter your credit card details and pay for Asana unless you do want to upgrade in the future. So it is free. This is the page, asana.com, and I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. So I made one here, and I went in and just added a few different columns and stuff like that so we can talk through how I use Asana. So to add a column, you just click this add column button and you type in the new name. So I've done that 4 times to get my goals, my weekly goals, my daily rituals, and my to-do. I also made a new little board here, so I've got life and I've got trading. So you can split that up. You've got your life, trading, and you can add more. You can add business, relationships, or whatever you want to cover. So for me, I keep it simple, life and trading. So you can see now that we've actually got a duplication of what we've got here, basically. In here, we've got the long-term goals. So this is goals, long-term, 5-year, 1 year, and 1 month. Then we split the weekly goal up into its own column with its own little tickets. And then we've got daily rituals and to-do. So in the goals, you simply want to have, in the title, you want to type your long-term goal. And you want to actually add it into the title as well, so you can read it here. Now, my internet is going a little on the slow side. It is going a lot on the slow side. Awesome. All right. So you want to type in your long-term goal. So my long-term goal might be a section of my why. It might be, we'll think trading. It might be to take my trading account to over $500,000 and to be able to live off it full time. Cool. And then you've got it here. And every day when you come to Asana, you've got that long-term reminder right there. You know what you're working towards, and you might not consciously see it every day, but your subconscious knows this. It knows that it is heading towards a trading account of over $500,000 that you can live on and trade full-time. And then just simply go through and take your goals from there. Sorry. And add them into the tickets here so that you've got them right in front of you. Then you've got your weekly goal. So I just label it with the Monday's date. And oh, this internet is great, isn't it? All right, cool. And then I add in these subtasks. So I just add in here what I've got to do for the week into about 3 goals. I try to keep it no more than 3. So that sort of keeps me focused. This isn't a task list. These are goals. So my goal for the week might be able to figure out why I am losing trades if I've been on a bad streak the week before or something like that. Or it might be figure out why I am winning trades because I've been doing well. Now, this is life. So whatever it is, if you're working on your own business or whatever it is, you might say like, I want to nail my sales calls or whatever you want to do. So this is life, so it doesn't have to be trading. So you can do whatever is most relevant to your life. That's just what's most relevant to mine. So go through there and add those weekly goals in. And then I've got my daily rituals. I actually like to keep this in a board as well so I can make sure that I'm doing the right things every day. So I want to talk a bit here about morning routines, right? I feel like if you don't wake up and instantly get yourself on a roll to nailing the day is probably going to nail you. So I start every day the same. I have a bit of a morning ritual, morning routine that I stick to. And I'll go through it now. I'll do mine. You do yours. Take some inspiration on mine if you like, and replicate it as you will. So my daily rituals. The first thing I get up, I drink 500 ml of water. If I'm feeling really excitable, I'll add a squeeze of lemon to that. That's because when you sleep, you breathe, like you're breathing out, you lose a lot of water, you're really dehydrated in the morning. So first thing, get up, drink water. And the second thing is I want to get out of bed straight away. Like I'm not going to write this down, but that's just something I do. I keep my phone in a separate room. When my alarm goes off, I have to get out of bed, pick up my phone, drink my water, and then I head downstairs. And I actually make a smoothie. So I make the smoothie with like bananas, berries, spinach, coconut yogurt, all that sort of good stuff, bit of flaxseed maybe, add a bit of protein powder to it perhaps. So that's what I do next. So I make my smoothie and then I head to the gym. So for you, I'm just going to relate what I do and then what are general best principles. So making the smoothie, that's not necessary. It depends what you do, but if you are going to go to the gym, I do recommend eating something. Even just eating a banana or something like that's better than nothing. I have my protein smoothie in the morning, and it gets me going, and I like that. So that's up to you, but if you're going to the gym, eat something. And if not, I'm just going to actually change this to exercise, because no matter who it is, you need to get moving. I'll change this also to eat something. Can be small or not. That's completely up to you. So eat something and then exercise. Now, I would say a minimum of 10 minutes exercise. Like you don't have to do your gym in the mornings. A lot of people do their main exercise in the afternoons, but I would say jump up and 10 minutes of exercise. If that's yoga, a quick walk, a sprint outside, star jumps, I don't care, whatever you want, but you want to get the blood pumping, and this is going to really help you wake up, especially if it's outside. That's a second thing to do. Exercise outside, some stretching, whatever it is, that's going to be something that really helps you nail your day. And then it's going to be simple, come back from that exercise, and you're going to hit the gym. You've already hit the gym, you've done your exercise, and you're just going to make your breakfast. And this is where you can add coffee. I know a lot of people, can't even spell it. Cool, let's whack this down here. A lot of people are going to slaughter me here because their daily ritual, and like this is probably even offensive to you that's listening right now, so I'm sorry, but your daily ritual will just be like, wake up, drink coffee, right? Like I know that's a lot of people, but there's a lot of reasons why that's not the best way to do it. Your body is really good at waking itself up, and you can use coffee then to really help you win the day later, right? And really power through some really big productive sessions rather than sort of wasting it early. Just get sunlight, and get moving, and that's gonna help. Get some sunlight as well. Exercise and sunlight. Cool. All right, and then you've got make your breakfast, and now you can have coffee as well. And the next thing is 4 hours of productive, focused work. Now, for me, that's trading. For you, that's whatever it is. So that's what I do next, right? So you've got your breakfast. It might be 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m., depending on what time you wake up. I wake up at 6 a.m. every day. Some people prefer wake up at like 4:30. Awesome, you keep doing that. If you want to wake up at 6 or 7, that's fine too. So 4 hours of productive work. This is by far the time that you're going to get the most stuff done. And I've found that if you can just do 4 productive hours right now, right then, you might not even need to work for the rest of the day, right? Because if all of this stuff is matching up, if you've got your weekly goals, your big to-do, and remember that you're setting your big weekly goals with what's the one thing that you can do, right? So if your weekly goals translate into your daily goals of what's my one thing I can do today, and again, we'll tie this all in using that productivity planner, which is, there we go. This is where you'll do your daily stuff. So you'll do what's your one thing that you can do today. Now, if you sit down and you crush that one thing for 4 goddamn hours, you're going to have the most productive life possible. It's it is insane what you can get done in 4 hours of focused work on your most important thing. Now, that is not checking your emails. That is not flicking through different things and changing focus all the time. That's your one thing. Leave the afternoons for that. Most people aren't as creative in the afternoons. I know I'm not. I get a bit lethargic, a bit tired. So I leave all my other shit to the afternoons and I work on my one thing in the morning. Cool. All right. Now, I think that's important. You can structure the rest of your day however you like. I just like to add right to the bottom is you need to get your 8 hours sleep. 7 to 8 hours. Look, I know a lot of people might disagree with that, but I try to just run all this sort of stuff. I just try and run with the latest scientific findings. So 8 hours sleep, that's pretty standard these days. Get it. It will really help you. And then to do, this is where the stuff that you need to get out of your head goes, right? If I need to, this is life. So if I need to service my car, that goes in there. And when it's done, I'll show you how it works. You just click the mark complete and that task is completed. So this is how I structure my life. It's based around goals and it's based around purpose. Then it's broken down into the most important things that I can do each week to make sure that I'm on track to hit each of these goals. And then it's broken down into daily activities so that I can make sure I achieve my weekly goals. I use my productivity planner for that. And then I also have my daily ritual that I go to all the time, and you can slide it over across so it can just sit there. And then you've got your to-dos, and they might be like pay your bills, or they can be work-related stuff as well. Maybe you've got some work task you need to do. That goes in there as well. Maybe you need to do your tax or something like that, keep on top of your tax recording. That can go in here as well, but it's not a goal, right? Doing your tax isn't going to get you where you want to be in life. So it doesn't go in your goals. It goes in your to-dos. It's one of the things that you have to do as well, because when you're crushing goals, there's going to be things you have to do as well. You're going to have to service your car. You're going to have to do your tax. But that doesn't mean you have to focus on it. And that's not what you're doing in the first 4 hours of your day while you're crushing the one thing that you are focused on. All right, so that's enough of the life board now. Let's jump into some more trading specific things. Now, you should be pretty excited about that. I know we just spent, I don't know how long. I actually have no concept of time, probably half an hour, talking about life and structuring your life and goals. I'm going to give you this goal setting template as well. And then I'm also I might just take screenshots of this because I want you to go in and set it up yourself, right? You need to take ownership of this. I'm not going to give you an Asana template. You can see what I've got. So go in and replicate that and then make it work for you. Add new columns, get rid of old ones. If you hate this daily ritual and you think you can put in something that's going to help you succeed and achieve your goals more, that is perfectly fine. Go in and do that. So get that set up, spend the time answering all of these questions and review it once a month. Get all of this set up and I promise you'll be on the road to success. Some people are already doing this, I know, but the majority of you, this could potentially and has for a lot of people completely changed their lives. So that's life, and that's how I start crushing life. Now we move on to trading. All right, so the left-hand column is extremely important, and it's like in our last Asana board, the left-hand column has all of those other important things that are higher level, the things that we need to refer back to and that we know our path is constantly pointed towards, our goals, and then we've got our journal, our plan, our rules, and our checklist. So this whole thing is about mindset, right? It's about crushing emotions, crushing mindset, and being able to really dominate in the markets. Now, these here are the tools that let you do that. Your trading journal, your trading plan, your trading rules, and your trading checklist. So these are updated all the time. What I've actually got here is links to the Google Docs sheets that I showed you quickly earlier. So this is the full trading journal sheet, and we will get to this. And then you've got your trading plan. This is the full trading plan sheet, and we will get to that as well. and your trading rules. This will be a list. And you can add them in here as tickets. So you can tick them off when you've done them. Oh, I was in that. And your checklist. Now the checklist is also in the journal as well, but I have it here as well. So this is my trading checklist, and this is what you need to do for every single trade. And you go through and you tick it off as you go. So am I trading one of my best setups, or is this just an excuse to overtrade? Am I risking less than 2% of my entire trading capital? Am I trading with the trend? Do I know my entry price? Do I know where I will exit if I'm wrong? Do I know where I will exit if I'm right? And have I written down how I'm going to manage the trade? And when I've done that, I can make a trade. And I strongly suggest you don't make a trade until you go through your trading checklist and tick all those boxes. Again, this is it comes back to emotion, right? When you're trading and you're emotional, the last thing you're going to want to do is your trading checklist, because it's boring and it sucks and whatever. But when you don't do this, boom, all of a sudden you're in a 20% trade that you traded out of pure emotion and you're losing money. And if you'd have done this, that would have never happened. These are the tools that keep the winning traders to be winners and the mediocre traders to consistently keep losing. So we'll do the Asana overview quickly, and then we'll dive into the trading plan and the trading journal. I'll just check to make sure we're still recording. Cool. All right, so I've got my high level thinking, and then I've got a current view of my portfolio. This is just for me. It's not too technical, and I keep the amounts. So I've got my trading portfolio, and then this can link to open trades. By the way, this isn't my actual trading one. This is a template that I did up for you guys. So then you'll see open trades, and that's a reference to the trading journal, because the open trades are the trading portfolio. Investments. You add your investment rules. Now, a rule can be whatever you want, but it needs to be stipulated from your trading checklist. So your rule needs to cover when you're getting in, when you're getting out, when you're wrong, all of those things. I just add a rough percent, and then I just add in all of my investments. And this is to keep track of what am I trading every day, once a week, and what am I holding on to for the real long term. And then core Bitcoin, and again, rules for trading around that. Because when you have these long-term investments and core positions, you do need rules. Because as we've seen, holding a core portfolio in 2018 was one of the worst decisions you could possibly make. Which is why even in your investments, you need a rule that will take you out. If the price goes below X, you just have to get out. And that's because you've made an investment and you've been proven wrong. So jump out and look for a new investment. The time to worry is before making these investments, not after, because you set your strict rules up. You worry, you think, you do research, you provide your brain with as much information as you possibly can. And then when you make a decision, you stick to it. You write down your rules for when I'm right, when I'm wrong, and then you just let it run, right? And that's how these things work. When big news pieces come out or fundamentals change, because they do, you need to add these in and reevaluate your positions, but you have to take time, right? Like I suggest any evaluation on your plan is at least a 24-hour process, up to 7 days, because the amount of times you'll chop and change your plan and just get completely destroyed on news that you're like, oh, that must be really important, and then price starts to move, and then you make all these changes and you sell out your long-term investments, and then price goes straight back up, and you're just like, well, I just acted emotionally. So don't do that. Write down your rules, keep them the same. If you do need to change your rules, write down the new rules, but don't act on them, and then wait 24 hours and then reevaluate. If you still feel the same after that amount of time, you can update your rules. Now, this is where I also look at my open trades and I get the graphics, right? Because you haven't seen the trading journal yet, but it is based on numbers. So the other part of numbers in trading is the visuals, because you're obviously trading something on a chart, and you want proof of that, but you want to see what you traded. And then you want to see if that pattern worked or it didn't work, if that idea worked or it didn't work, if you scaled in well or you scaled out well, or whatever. You need that visual information. So one of the best ways is I've just got Coinergy or TradingView, and I add a bit of information here too. So Coinergy or TradingView, that's completely up to you, whatever. This is the two different examples. My internet might be a bit slow for this, but this is loading up an old signal. This is just on, I just went to CoinLoop and found a signal because I want to show you the functionality. We can look at the screenshot first because it's loaded. So here we are. This is a screenshot. So you just link your ticket to the screenshot. Now, I just did this really quickly. So what you would really probably have is you would have trend lines and you would have reasons, and you might even write your reason for the trade in here. Then you take a screenshot and then you paste that screenshot into the ticket. These things are called tickets. Each one of these is called a ticket. So you paste it into the ticket and now it's there forever. You'll have the image of why you took that trade. The other cool thing on TradingView is being able to press play to load how the trade went. So you can actually publish an idea on TradingView, and then if the internet loaded, you'll be able to see it load out the trade after that. And that's really cool because you'll have your reasoning here. You'll have like your different like resistances and supports, and you'll have your indicators, and you might circle them, write a bit of an explanation. And then you come back later and you click play and you see where the price ended up going. That's really powerful as well. So that's really cool to be able to see. So you can see, oh, nice, this trade actually worked out well. And then you can follow through and do some more analysis. You're like, all right, so after I shorted up here, where did the price first bounce? I bounced in here. Was that a certain fib level? And you want to start evaluating these trades and figuring out why price did what it did. You can see this trade goes on for a long time and it loads more bars and all that sort of stuff. So that's really powerful, right? So you come back and then you analyze what you'd already done and you figure out what was good about it and what was bad about it. Was it a success or was it a loser? And then this is what you do next. So let's say this hypothetical trade, it's finished, I close it, so I mark it as complete when the trade's closed, and it was a loser. So it goes into losing trades. So you've got your winning trades, and this will have your link to the chart. So you can come through one day and you can look at all of your old winning trades, and you can analyze all of the setups, and you can analyze all of the risk management you use, and you'll have all the information in the ticket. You'll say, this was the entry price, this was the stop loss, this was the target, and then you'll add in your profit and loss when it's closed. And you'll be like, all right, so why am I winning? What trades make up the majority of my winners? And that's when then you go back to your rules and you will say, all right, only trade head and shoulders patterns. Because you just have this insane hit rate of nailing H&S pattern trades. And then you keep referring back to these rules over and over and over again. And this list grows, right? Only trade H&S patterns. And then might be like, only trade H&S patterns when on Bitcoin or whatever, you know, like, and this builds out until it becomes really good. Or maybe you start nailing some other trades and you start updating this. But the point is that there's a direct relationship between your trading principles, all of this, especially your rules, and then what's going on here. You want to be doing more of this and less of this. And this is key, and it is also amazingly powerful. If you start doing what you're doing that wins more, you will win more. This is how it happens. And it's not until you've got the data in front of you for you to be able to go back over and look at, for you to actually realize like, wow, you're losing trades. Like I lost every single trade when I tried to knife catch, or I ended up winning every sort of trade that I FOMO'd into as long as it was really early. Like I can't tell you what trades are going to win or what can't, but I know that you can tell yourself what will. When this starts filling up and you look through all these charts and you take notes and you've got it all well documented, you'll know what's going to win and what's going to lose. And you just keep doing more of what wins and less of what loses. And you update your rules so that by the end of it, and you update your checklist so that by the end of it, your trading rules is like, I need to do this, 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 and this because that's how I win. Then you make sure your checklist backs that up. And it's like, well, are you trading your best setup? Like that's one of the rules, right? Are you trading your best setup? Where's my best setup? It's in my trading rules. Am I trading my best setup? Yes. And then you go through the checklist. So it all works and compounds together to really improve what you're doing. Now, this was the Asana. You've got life and trading in here. This is the overview. This is the visual stuff. Like I'm a visual learner personally. I think the majority of people are visual learners as well. But this is how I keep everything nice and visually organized so that I can keep improving and keep winning. Now, we're going to dive into trading plan and we're going to dive into trading journal. So these are the two specifics that you've probably all been waiting for. But please don't dismiss the insane importance of all of this stuff. If it's goal setting, long-term goals, keeping yourself healthy, making sure you're optimizing your time, keeping your focus, and improving your trading. This stuff is magic. It's better than magic because it's not magic. It's just real life and it works.